Mark Chartier is a good friend of mine. He works with students with both significant support needs and emotional difficulties. He is very lovingly known by his students as Mr. C.
I'm going to be speaking not just about Mr. C, but about Mark. And when I talk about Mr. C and Mark, those are two vastly different people throughout my life. But at the same time, they share a lot of commonalities, a thread of kindness and love. I grew up with undiagnosed Tourette syndrome. I was not diagnosed until I was 18 years old, but I had my first symptom when I was 7 years old. I sustained a toxic brain injury. I was exposed to a heavy amount of easy off oven cleaner. Shortly after that injury, I began to stutter significantly. And I struggled with meds, sleep, and depression. I got into many fistfights. I stole from family members, and I also committed a lot of vandalism. In short, I was a teacher's worst nightmare. My father was very abusive. I went to school every day, fighting a war in here. And I wasn't able to fight my dad. So what I did was I took it out on the other people that I could fight.
The challenges he went through in his life and that he grew from them and actually was found a way to be successful as much as you think there's too many times where we think that children who are struggling in life can't ever be successful. And the fact that he did find a way and that he encourages his own students to do that too.
He lives what he speaks, which I think is the most important thing.
One thing that I love about being a teacher is I love how my kids think. One time in my second year of teaching, I had a kid come up to me. He was so excited. He ran up to me and said, "Hey, Mr. C, guess what?" I said, "What?" He said, "I know how to say Mr. C backwards." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, watch. Mr. C." Another time I had a student, a little kindergarten boy, and he came in with a buzzed haircut. I said, "Hey," I said, "I like your haircut, dude." He said, "Thanks." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You look like Mr. C now." I said, "We're twins." He goes, "We're not twins." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because my hair's going to grow back." Research shows that around 30% of elementary students in the U.S. feel that they do not have anyone in their life they can depend on. No significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. I'm going to say that again. No significant learning can occur without a significant relationship.
I believe that school communities can grow from Mark's message by truly listening to it and what he has to say. I think it's a very important reminder about how impactful individuals with disabilities can be in our lives.
You have the ability to build a positive relationship with your students every single day. Every day I go through those doors at school, I see as an opportunity to positively impact one of my students' lives. I tell my students all the time to be confident in themselves, whether it's answering a math question or retelling the main idea of a story. Be confident. Mr. C will always be confident in you, but you have to be confident in yourself.
Completely enjoyed how he talked about just being very positive with all of your students. No matter if they're causing trouble in your classroom, it is always good to encourage them somehow.
That there is no predetermination in special education. That was very powerful to me, and a reminder that we should not predetermine and we need to really focus on helping students move forward.
You can make a difference. People with disabilities can make a difference in this world. People with disabilities are the largest minority class in the world. One way that I make a difference with my students is by building trust with them. I do this in a variety of ways, but my favorite is by doing good things. We talked about the importance of remembering the good things in life. And I took it a step further. I like to sing. I developed this song. I said, "Tell me something good, woo-hoo." We can be empathetic when it comes to their struggles by acknowledging them as legitimate challenges, while also encouraging them to rise above and persevere against their struggles. Personal growth is 10% challenges and 90% how you deal with them. A positive attitude is lost on no one.
So Mark's message can go into schools and into classrooms. Teachers, if they get a chance to hear Mark and what he has gone through and how he impacts his students on a daily basis, would do nothing more than improve the educational experience for all of the students.
I am successful because I did not let my differences keep me from what I believed was right for me, what is best for my students, and from living out my dreams as a special education teacher and author.